Well, we've been working very hard at ISA trying to engage farmers in strategies to improve water quality, and perhaps we haven't spent enough time talking to political leaders, civic leaders, residents of urban Iowa about the work that farmers are doing. And so an open house like this is a great opportunity for us to share the story of what Iowa farmers are doing, the commitment they've made to improving water quality.
I think the number one thing in the conversation about water quality is dispel the myth that it's simple to fix, that a regulation is going to fix water quality. Those of us in agriculture day to day know that Mother Nature holds all the cards, or most of the cards, and that all we can do is do the best we can to work with and deal with the situations that come to us. Those type of conversations are hard to have in a soundbite, whereas off to the side near a display you can have that type of conversation, and that can have lasting value and positive things for the future.
And I think that there's a lot of common ground solutions out there. There's a lot of things that are happening. I think there's a lot more things that can happen with the right players and with the right policies lining up. And what can we do to work together to move that ball forward and still be a powerhouse in agriculture and at the same time to continue to move forward in making some significant progress on water quality.
I appreciated was you brought some of your members in to do some of the presentation and talk about what they're doing in their operations and sharing that with like myself, or there's some legislators here, there's some media folks here. I think those people who are actually living it on the land, doing those things themselves, can relate to how that affects their operation or their impacts on their operations from a conservation standpoint, a production standpoint, an environmental standpoint. All those things fitting together, and they're just a great group of people to deliver that message. So I think it's appreciative to the Soybean Association for bringing in some of their members to share that information.
I hope we're making an impact on water quality by improving our practices every year. We're researching every year, we're looking into new things, and the Iowa Soybean Association helps us to look into those research projects and to try new things on our farm. So continual improvement is key on our farm to make sure that our impact is improving water quality.
It's going to take a lot of work, and I think we just need to be patient, and every piece of land is different, and we've got to apply the best conservation practices to individual farms. One size fits all doesn't work. Where a bioreactor might work in this place, perhaps we need filter strips, buffer strips, different types of buffer strips that are being researched right now. So there's just all these different things that we can do. And we just got to make sure that that money, which is in short supply, is spent to do the very best job that we can. So it's a good event to come to. You could stay here all day and you'd still be learning things.
I would say that there's no silver bullet. It's a lot of small pieces to solve the problem, and not just going to be one catch-all thing. Anyone that's saying, and what our research has also shown, is that there's not going to be one solution that's going to fit everyone. Farmers in the watershed are going to have different issues to face. We're going to have different issues facing to supply clean water to our residents, and also to the rural districts that we supply water to as well. So I would say that there's a lot of little pieces that got to work together to solve the problem, instead of it just being their problem or our problem.
You bet. I have an interest in this issue from probably at least a couple of different perspectives. I am the mayor of Johnston. Johnston is a suburb of Des Moines and receives, the residents in Johnston receive their water from the Des Moines Water Works. So I'm following that discussion, those issues, and trying to stay ahead of that discussion. On the other side, I grew up in Sac City, Iowa, farm girl on a farm in Sac County, and so my family still has farmland in Sac County, and one of these days I'll probably take responsibility for managing that farm, and I need to make sure that we are doing what we need to be doing on the farm to address some of these issues. So this was a learning opportunity for me from that perspective as well.